Essex Business Radio. Hi, it's Elliot Browne, Essex Business Radio, as you can see behind me here, and I have a very special guest with me today, Sophie Ross.
Hello.
From Siren Shireen. No, shit. Serene.
Serene, yes.
How many fucking times did I say that before we started?
You're not the first, and you definitely won't be the last.
Hi, Sophie. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And how's your day been?
It's been good, yeah. Busy, but I'm here now, and I feel happy to be here and ready to get to know you guys and tell you all a little bit about me. So.
Yeah. And what do you think about this changing like weather we're having? I mean, how shit is this? This freezing cold weather. How icy was that this morning?
I cut my hand de-icing my car. Actually, I've got a battle.
I'm not being funny, right? But show the camera. There's absolutely fuck all cut. That's ridiculous. It's not even a cut.
No, it is. I drew blood.
Did you? What, with a pen? So, yeah, no, we had to de-ice the car. It took about 40 minutes this morning to actually get off the drive. Not good.
No.
But we are in the UK, and here we are. So tell us about the name that I pronounced very, very badly, and I do apologise about that.
That's okay.
Because I know that you said there's a story behind this. So, and I'm assuming this is going to tell us also what you do.
Yeah, it is. So, Siren Serene is a clothing brand for women.
Yeah.
And I got the name from a Greek mythological creature. I can never say that word right. Mythological creature.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good, yeah.
A siren is an evil mermaid who used to sing to men, sailors to be exact,
right,
and lure them in with their sexy singing. And they were really seductive, but they were also pretty nasty. So they'd lure.
Interesting. I must look this character up. They sound pretty cool.
So yeah, they'd lure the sailors in. They'd crash their ships. The men would die.
Right.
But I do. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is a cheerful name. Yeah. Let's move on to the next word.
So I didn't want it to be like a really evil. Yeah. Where are my clothes?
Let's kill all these men with clothes.
So I created like characters basically. So I created Siren, who was the evil mermaid, and I created Serene.
Yeah.
So I took the word from serenity.
Yeah.
All good, all pure, all happy, all nice kind.
Yeah.
And I made them into a sort of yin. My old logo was like a yin and yang kind of shape. So it was like a mermaid in black and a mermaid in white. And yeah, that's kind of where I got the brand name from.
Nice.
And I wanted it to be, as you could probably tell, an empowering women collection.
Okay.
Something that women could wear, feel good, and feel powerful.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, at least there's a story behind it. I like that.
Yeah.
So the Greek side, is this because you have Greek in
No.
I could have said that really badly. Anyway, let's move on. And so you are classed, or you class yourself as a content creator.
Yes.
Blogger.
Yep.
Fashion designer. Etc. Would that be right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
And so, being a fashion designer, you've been doing this for a number of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing it since 2018, but I've been way interested in it since a long time prior to that.
Okay. Since when? Where did this part of your journey start? I know we're possibly going to be doing another podcast when we can go a little bit further back after you've had a drink or two, because we're going to do one of those. But yeah, where did that start then? Tell me where this started.
So I went to the Fashion Retail Academy in London.
Okay. Whereabouts is that?
That's in Tottenham Court Road.
Okay.
And it's actually owned. Well, he's not got a very good reputation at the moment, but it's owned by the guy that owns Topshop.
Right.
So yeah, it's always had a pretty good reputation. That place. It's produced some really great designers and stylists out of there.
Okay.
And I done the fashion retail course there, so I didn't actually go into design. I didn't really go into the creative side of things. I just wanted to know the business behind it.
Yeah.
I wanted to know how to run a successful business, not necessarily in fashion.
Right.
But I got to learn quite a lot of skills there, Photoshop, done a styling class as well. So it just kind of gave me a taste of everything. And it was only a year.
So it was the business side of things that you wanted to learn there as well. So you told me, you go to fashion school, do they teach you business there? I mean, I literally have no idea, to be honest.
So I learned a bit of everything on the course that I'd done. So I learned how to use Photoshop, I learned styling, I learned merchandising, so that's all the figures and all the numbers behind it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what else I'd done now. It was many moons ago now.
Many moons ago. It can't have been that many moons ago, to be honest.
Enough for me. But yeah, no, it was really good.
And how long were you there?
Only a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you picked up everything you needed to in that year to...
Yeah, I'd say so. I actually was pretty proud of myself. I never missed a day.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Hungover, as you like.
No, come on. Why were you proud of yourself? Because you were hungover all the time?
Most of the time.
And you still managed to soak up enough...
Yeah, I walked in one day and my teacher looked at me. She was like, oh my God. I walked in late. The whole class was there. I walked in late. She was like, you stink.
Nice. Nice, thanks very much.
Been in co-show for the past 6 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Those days.
Yeah.
Try and put them behind me. But yeah, but I had a laugh there. I got what I needed out of it. And yeah, it's took me to where I am today.
So where were you all night that night?
Co-show.
Okay. Yeah. What are they playing there? What music are they playing there?
I just dread
everything.
To think.
House music.
Bit of everything, yeah.
So you like a bit of house music.
I do.
Most people that know me know that I have it literally pumped into my ears 24/7. And house music took you to Ibiza as well, I believe you were talking about this earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about Ibiza?
Yeah, so I randomly, when I think I was 17 or 18, I went on a holiday there.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a week. I went with my friends and I didn't want to go home.
Okay.
So I missed my flight. I stayed out there for a couple more weeks, just lived off pretty much tuna baguettes for the whole time.
Yeah.
I'd done it really, it was so random.
Yeah.
Come home and I was like, I really love it out there. Just really liked it. And a couple of years later, my friend was going over there for the season.
Yeah.
And I was I'm in an iron about it for a little bit and I thought, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I booked my one-way flight, got an apartment like us girls, and it was just one of the best decisions I've ever made. Just to go out there for that 6 months, I met some amazing people out there.
Of course.
And then I've done it another time since as well. With my boyfriend, so we went back together again because I met him over there actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I met him over there.
I met some very good friends of mine. God, how many years ago was that? Ooh, a long time ago.
Many moons.
18 years
moons.
ago. 18 years ago. Yeah, 18 moons ago. It was 18 moons ago. Yeah. So I know how that happens, and still in contact with them. And in fact, I moved down south from the Midlands because I had friends down here that I met in Ibiza. So, and then you said there's a link between that and India. Come on, you've got to tell me about this. How the hell do you go from Ibiza to India? I know we spoke about this before coming on and doing the recording, but come on, tell me about that.
So the most recent season I'd done was 2017, and a few of my friends over there, they'd travelled to India, and I was thinking whilst I was over there, I was like, right, I really want to go and start a fashion brand.
Yeah.
I'd looked online, you can get loads of stuff imported from China or places like that, but I just wanted to try and do something a little bit different, have stuff that no one else would have.
Yeah.
So packed my bags, come home for a bit, back to the UK, packed my bags, went off to India for 2 months.
Okay.
Done a little bit of travelling over there first.
Where'd you go?
I went all over. So I'd done the typical places like Taj Mahal, but I also went to, the first place we went was like a more countryside.
Okay.
Lots of green, lots of nice lakes, and that was kind of like the chill out bit.
Yeah.
And then we went to, God, I can't even think of the places now. There was quite a few, but one of them was Pushkar. I think that's where I got some of my stuff made actually.
Okay. Yeah. So what were you? So you'd already researched and stuff before you went over there.
Kind of. I mean, I knew the places to go, but there's someone selling different fabrics on every corner.
Of course,
so it's really hard to know who's going to be good.
Yeah.
So we pretty much just had to travel all to these different places and then decide at the end, right, where we're going to go back to.
Yeah.
Who am I going to just choose to make the clothing?
Yeah.
And I found this one guy, and he had like a big shop. But I didn't get all my fabric from him. I was collecting fabric as I went.
Yeah, sure.
But you can only carry so much in a rucksack.
Yeah, of
so
course,
it was kind of like these pieces that I make, there's not going to be many of them.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 in each print, like one in a couple of sizes. There wasn't a lot to go on really.
Yeah.
So I just picked up stuff that I thought I would like and what other people would like, and just kind of was like, there you go.
Okay, cool. I mean, I've been to India. I went to a place called Bangalore. Do you know Bangalore?
Yeah, I don't think we went there.
No. You wouldn't necessarily go there. It's like a sort of a techie place. It's sort of like the Silicon Valley of India, basically.
Okay,
so it's quite a developing part of India. And how did you find it over there? Did you get any deli belly or anything like that?
Oh, do you know what? I didn't. I was
you?
absolutely fine. Everyone in my group that I went with, like a lot of them got sick, and I was absolutely fine.
Were you?
Yeah,
You're
but
lucky.
To be fair, I wasn't eating any meat out there. I only ate fish by the ocean as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's a little tip if you do go.
Okay, I'll remember that next time. Yeah, I didn't. I got a bug and came back in shit water for about 6
lovely.
months. Yeah, perfect.
Dreamy.
That was my dreamy. That was my experience. Fucking marvellous. Can't wait to go back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be going back in a hurry, to be fair.
No.
I mean, I loved it.
Did you get some good contacts when you were out there?
I did, yeah.
And have you kept in contact with these people?
No.
See, that's where you should. But you have their details, and would they remember you? I'm assuming they would, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the tailor that I did use, it was this funny story actually. I had all the stuff made, but it was going to take a couple of weeks, so I didn't want to just wait around in the same area.
Yeah.
So we kind of went off and like saw a few more places. Went to the desert, done like camel rides there, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. I don't know this story yet, people, but I'm looking forward to hearing it. Just the title alone. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
So we like went off and then come back, and he basically, when I got back to the meeting point, the stuff wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I was going in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like he was meant to be delivering it to me. Anyway, a couple of days later, literally hours before we were going, this guy turns up with like a broken suitcase.
Yeah.
And all my stuff's inside.
Yeah.
But half of it's missing. So I'm stressing out. Like there's loads of stuff that weren't there. My buttons as well. I had buttons made out of crystals.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
nice.
they had literally like little small round crystals, and I had holes drilled into them.
Right.
Just to have like a little unique edge.
As you would, yeah.
Yeah, as you would.
Yeah.
Because as well as silk out there.
What were the items? Come on to what was the clothing?
So it's all silk. So silk trousers, blouses, and like little shorts, and it also has some little scarves made as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was kind of the concept. Just kind of chuck it on, feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Dress it up, dress it down.
Right.
Do what you want.
Okay.
Mix and match.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the vibe I wanted to go for, but I wanted to have a little edge, and that's where the crystal buttons come in.
Nice. I like it. I like it. And then you came back and
cracked on.
Cracked on with the business.
Yeah, I'd done a shoot for it in Ibiza last year or the year before. So I've always kind of had Ibiza as the heart of the brand. I mean, even if I did go to India, that's kind of where my ideas come to life.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll always be important.
So you did a shoot in Ibiza when you were there. Did you do a shoot in India as well? Did you?
No,
didn't
no.
Didn't
I
you?
took
That's a shame. You probably should have done that. Well, it's a lost opportunity. That.
I know. I obviously took a few photos of myself in my clothes, but I didn't really want to have that as the brand images. I wanted to get them professionally done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I done it in Ibiza.
So did you?
Models. Yeah.
Did you? And you put those on your Instagram, on bits and pieces like that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a lookbook online as well. So all the pictures from that are on our website.
Okay, cool. And you have a reasonable following, I believe.
It's all right. I've got 13,000 on Instagram, but that's my personal one. My brand's on about 6, I think, 6, 7. So it's growing, and it takes work, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
But I think you just got to be consistent.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if I'm completely honest, like my clothing is taking a bit of a backseat to all my other stuff at the moment.
Right, okay.
I'm really kind of focusing on like my content writing and like all the opportunities like that coming from that.
Okay.
It's been on a bit of a roll lately.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that in essence, build that side up, then it's going to drive the other side as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
And is that where you see your obviously your natural ability to do the blogging and bits and pieces like that? Do you see that as working your social media through doing blogging and things as well more? Is that the platform you like to use, so to speak? Platform, I suppose it's a platform, isn't it?
I think so. Like I feel like that's where my strengths are, definitely in the writing, the content writing.
Yeah.
But obviously you've got to water your garden in all spots, haven't you? You can't just focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly don't anyway.
Yeah.
So I just know when the time's right to like push my clothing brand a bit more, then I'll just do that. But at the moment I'm focusing on where I feel like my strengths really are, and it's definitely in the writing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back and talk about that in a second. Essex Business Radio here with Sophie Ross.
Hello.
You all right?
I'm good.
You enjoying this?
Yeah, I am. I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in my element here.
Good. Because I want to know about the blogging side of things and the It Lister. So come on, tell us a little bit about the It Lister. Well, not just tell me, tell everybody.
So the It Lister is my blog about fashion, events, food and lifestyle, basically.
Okay, cool.
And our little tagline is find what makes you it. So it could be about anything, a lot of local things, restaurants in the area.
Local as in Essex or
and London as well.
Yeah.
Also places that I've travelled to. I wrote quite a lot about India there.
Okay.
Ibiza as well, restaurants that I've been over there. Reviews.
Okay,
basically.
tell me restaurants in Ibiza.
Oh,
Ibiza.
God.
KM5. I've been to KM5.
Do you know what? I actually haven't been there. No.
Really nice. And I don't think that many people know it that well, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool there. It's really nice.
It's in the middle of nowhere a little bit.
And it is a little bit. So if you're going to go there, you've got to sort of plan. Obviously,
yeah.
Well, actually going to Ibiza.
They go out the window.
But it's it's sort of like you're eating in when all the music kicks off. You sort of it's just in amongst it. It's just quite nice.
Yeah, the last one I went to over there actually was Leo, and oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
I don't know.
Like it is really good. It's in the port.
Okay.
In Ibiza town.
Yeah.
It's like a cabaret and it's really good night out.
I've seen it on Insta and stuff. Yeah. So is that your favourite place in Ibiza?
It's probably one of the nicest places I've been there. Yeah, definitely. But there are obviously there's other places to go out there, like little quaint places in Dolt Villa.
Yeah.
Caiapedo, I think it's called. It's a place called Caiapedo.
Okay.
And it's in Dolt Villa, and they tell you to wait at this meeting point.
Right.
And then they've got their own branded smart cars, I think they are.
Oh, really?
And they come pick you up, and they drive all up the back streets.
Very cool.
And you overlook like the whole of Dolt Villa and the whole of the port. Oh, it's really good.
Oh, very cool.
Really nice
So you'd blog about something like that along those lines.
So recently I've been to a few events and asked to provide coverage of that.
Go on, tell us.
So I went to the ASOS event last Monday. It was a week ago.
Cool event.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, I was there with a gin company who asked to provide some content for them, which you'll see on my blog soon.
Yeah.
It was their launch of their gin, and they were sponsoring the event.
Can you mention the gin or not? No,
yeah, it's called Pink Marmalade. Yeah. So check them out. They're really, really cool.
Very cool.
And yeah, we just had such a good time. It's just nice to meet people who are in that kind of industry.
Yeah.
And the awards was really fun.
So you get people approaching you and wanting you to blog about new products coming out or existing products or a new range or something like that, do you?
Yeah, so I worked with a makeup brand recently.
Okay.
And just been doing a few reviews for them. So I'll be releasing something on how I thought the makeup was. But I'm going to be honest. If I don't like something, I probably
go, right, this makeup product is absolutely shit.
No, I wouldn't ever slander the brand, but I would be pretty honest.
Don't whatever you do, don't use this makeup brand.
Can you imagine?
It's going to get you more and more people wanting to blog with you.
I'd be out of business.
So who else comes to you? Sort of you've got fashion as well. So who's come to you recently about to doing a blog for fashion? Anybody?
So not recently, but before, I've kind of like moved away from fashion a little bit. I've kind of gone into the more food side.
Okay.
And I guess that's my favourite bit. It's got its perks, obviously.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant in Epping a couple of weeks ago to review their festive menu, which was really nice.
What restaurant is this?
They were called Georgian Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really, really good.
Okay.
I think there's one around here actually in Brentwood.
Right.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of food stuff.
As we've mentioned them, by the way, with a free meal. I'm not joking.
He's not. But before that, I used to blog for Boohoo Man as well, which was fun.
Yeah.
And it was different because I was blogging about men's clothes.
Yeah.
So a little bit different, just about style icons of the times, like celebs that would be wearing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a mix now because I'm just interested in loads of things.
Yeah.
So instead of sticking to just fashion on the blog, I thought, let's talk about things I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Food. It's one of them.
Food and fashion.
Food and fashion. Yeah.
Food and fashion. So blogging is that your passion? I mean, you've got fashion and you've got the blogging. So I mean, obviously you can combine the two, which is a perfect mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you most passionate about?
I think it is the writing at the moment. Yeah,
I'm sort of getting that feeling, to be honest. When you came in today, what were your first thoughts about what you wanted to go over? I mean, obviously you have things you want to talk about.
Yeah, it would be the writing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you initially thought of, or was really?
Yeah, I just feel like it comes really natural to me. Like I can sit there and write a blog post on the train.
Not the easiest thing to do for a lot of people, to be fair. It's but you manage to just get what you've got in your head and just put it down onto paper.
Once I start,
not onto paper necessarily.
Yeah, I write them in my notes on my phone.
Do
like so basic.
Yeah.
And my best ideas just come to me when I'm just sitting on the tube or like if I sit down with my laptop and think, right, I need to write a blog post, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm forcing it too much.
Absolutely.
I just need to do it when the time feels right.
Yeah.
But obviously there's still kind of schedules that you have to stick to if people want things posted at certain times.
Of course.
You only get a limited amount to get that content out. But I feel like just doing it, stripping it back to basics, even writing things down as well on paper and pen, it's the best way to get your thoughts out, really. I
mean, it's a good point. There'll be a lot of people that are going to be listening, watching, whatever they're doing on this, that have to write content for themselves for their own business. Not the easiest thing to do, as I said. I mean, I've spent hours trying to write content, and don't get me wrong, I got there in the end. But I think some people often, I don't know why I was getting onto this subject, but some people often try and mimic what other people are doing.
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
It's
a massive mistake. Look, go and get ideas. Go and get an idea on maybe the structure. I mean, you can probably tell me better. Yeah. What would be a tip that you would give people for maybe writing content, for not so necessarily blogging? I think that's a particular art. I think you're almost being a reporter in a way.
Yeah.
Would that be right? And would I say, Rose?
I guess so, because you're kind of, I'd say more of a reviewer.
Okay.
Not quite a critic.
Yeah.
But more of a reviewer and talking about your experience. Depends.
I think I would be. I'd be a critique.
But yeah, I think it's a different way. It's not, you're kind of telling a story.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, you want to put feeling into it and emotion, and you got to describe it in a way that people are going to resonate with. Basically.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I just feel like with blogging as well, it's, for me, if you're not interested in something, don't try and write about it.
Really difficult. In fact, virtually impossible.
It is.
Because you've got no passion to be behind writing about it,
And that's when you start copying others, and that's when it starts to sound like it's not come from you. And I think with my writing, I can honestly say that I feel like my personality really does shine through in my words.
Yeah.
And it's been, people have said it to me as well, so I'm not just sitting here blowing around. But like, my passion really comes through when I write, because whatever I speak about, I'm actually really interested in, and I like to talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's why you sort of blog about food and fashion, because those are your passions. Okay. Yeah. So if somebody came to you about something else, it would be difficult, right?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I obviously travel as well when I get to go away. I'm going to Italy next year for like 3 weeks.
Nice. Where are you
going? We're going all over. So we're going Rome, Naples, not in any particular order. Rome, Naples. We're going to the Amalfi Coast. We're going darting all over the place.
Lovely.
So yeah, expect to see a lot of posts on pasta.
You going to Milan?
Milan, yes.
You're going to go and check out some clothes?
Yes, probably.
I love Milan. I do love Milan. It's really nice, yeah.
We've got some time to save up and go next year so we can do everything.
Very cool. You'll enjoy it. You've been to Italy before?
No, I haven't. No, I've never been.
I love the Italians, full stop, to be honest.
Have you been to Venice? Because that's where we're going there.
I've never been to Venice, no. No, I haven't been on a romantic trip to Venice. It is though, isn't it? It's romantic, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Although, I recently, do you see how much water that was under?
Oh, yeah, it's flooded.
Oh, my God. I mean, okay, there's a lot of water around, but I think that's the highest it's been for a long, long time. So hopefully that's... it's dropped a little bit by the time you get there.
Yeah, I'm not really fancying wearing wellies in May.
They make you walk along like little boards. They put them out, so you walk up them and you walk along.
That's not romantic at all, really, is it?
With wellies on?
Yeah, no.
So what did you do in Venice? Well, I went to Venice and walked on boards with wellies on.
I swam.
And I'd love to hear. Can't wait to go back. So blogging is a big area. I'm really getting that feel for you. So a little bit of content creating as well, which you do, all in that arena. So not just for yourself, but for a lot of other people as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to build on that part a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Especially as now I'm going travelling, I'd like to, going travelling, I'm going to Italy, but as I start to travel more, hopefully I can get involved with that kind of side of things as well, and more kind of nature stuff and hotels. And I've done a retreat lately, which was really good. I went to a retreat.
So talk to me about that. I saw the notes on this, so come on, talk to me about the retreat.
Yeah, I went to the Glass House retreat in Bolven. It's actually like quite close to here.
Yeah.
And I got asked to go.
I've never even heard of Bolven. Where Bolven?
Bolven.
Really? That's what I said. We're loving that. Bolven.
Because not many people, everyone has that reaction.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. How far is it from here? We're in Brentwood, by the way.
25 minutes? Actually, no, it's probably closer than that. Okay. 20 minutes, yeah. It's not far.
And it's a spa?
Yeah, it's a spa, but it's a detox centre as well. So it's all raw, plant-based vegan food.
Wow.
Which for, like, I'm an avid meat eater.
Did you see? You didn't see that program the other night about plant-based eating, did you?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God, a proper eye opener. It's opened my eyes.
Really?
I'm a massive meat eater.
Do you think you'd?
Well, I don't eat massive piece of meat. Obviously, just chewing on this like half a cow. Sorry for the vegans that are out there. But yeah, no, plant-based is. I'm surprised at the positive effect it can have on you by actually cutting meat out of your diet.
Yeah.
Amazed. I'm genuinely amazed.
I like doing that diet for a couple of days. I did notice a difference.
So did you? In what way?
Yeah, so I didn't go there to lose weight.
Okay.
So you could choose. There was 3 different diet plans you could choose from while you're there.
Yeah.
I was there for 2 days, and I chose the one that was to just maintain your weight, but have healthier choices.
Okay.
So the food was great. It was really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That I did get a few cravings whilst I was there.
Yeah.
And I got back and I had pancakes.
Did you? Perfect. Went really well then.
I tried. But yeah, I lost I think a couple pounds in a couple days.
Did you? Wow, your pocket. I did look around on the floor before leaving the room.
But yeah, no, that's really good. There was one of those cryo chambers there as well. You in the ice box.
Yeah.
I went in one of them.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that was
cold.
Yeah. It's like minus 130.
What?
So you think today's cold? Get in that ice box, honestly.
No thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's all an experience.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an experience to me. I'm not sure that's one I'm going to be rushing into. What, you fancy doing that?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, a bit nervous. They make you wear gloves, don't they?
Yeah, and you have to wear Crocs, which is probably like the worst part about it.
Oh my God! Do not never do that. Then I would never ever.
Secret Santa.
No way. Uggs and Crocs are a no-no.
No, the devil shoe.
Yeah, the devil shoe.
No,
I don't think we're ever going to get sponsored by Uggs and Crocs, are we now? Brought to you by Uggs and Crocs. It's a new collaboration.
No, I'd really like to try it. Apparently it's really, really good for your skin.
Yeah,
anti-aging, and isn't it like in Sweden that they do it a lot anyway? I'm sure they've got the big rooms. They've actually got a big room that they go in and they do it.
We just do it outside, can't we?
But they've got, obviously, they've got one in Loughton actually. You stand in it and you do it, and I just think, oh my God, it must be so cold.
They turn a fan. Oh, they turn a fan on as well whilst you're in there
to make it colder.
To make it colder.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's quite intense.
I can't wait. I'm actually getting cold at the thought of it.
It reminds me of like the plunge pool at the gym. Do you know?
Oh, it's much worse than that.
You go in there and you're like, oh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's on the bucket list.
So you blogged about that, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And what did you say? It was bloody cold.
Pretty much.
It was bloody cold, and I went home and had a pancake.
No, it was really good. It was like such an experience to try that. I'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd survive, to be honest, but I did. I made it out the other end. But yeah, it's made me probably make some healthier choices, but I don't think I'd change my lifestyle completely, because I just like food too much. So it happens.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and talk about a little bit more about you. I want to know about your beliefs, what it is that you believe in and things like that. I know you want to talk about that, so we'll cover that in a minute.
Cool.
We're recording. See, this happens. We take a break and the laughing really tends to. We've got a drink, everybody, but it's a coffee. Dilly dilly.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we're going to take a sip of coffee so we can't talk. I'm not going to do that. So we were going to talk about beliefs and habits, were we not?
Yes, we were.
So habits, picking your nose.
Not quite.
No, scratching your bum. No. Go on, tell me about your beliefs and
habits. They're more
productive
than that.
It could be productive if that's what you get paid for. I'm a professional bum scratcher. If there's such a thing.
Each to their own.
Now go on. So go on. Tell me about beliefs and habits.
My habit, I really take it back to basics. I keep a diary every day.
Really?
Yeah, not necessarily.
Do you write in it? Like literally, like really?
Literally, pen on paper.
Wow.
Yeah. But this
you're a writer in the making, aren't you?
It's in my blood.
Yeah, maybe it is though. Maybe the blogging, because you like to do that, and the sort of creation and and putting.
Maybe my path was written.
Maybe you're going to be. Maybe I've just. By the way, can I have rights to this?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. Very nice of you. We've got that on recording. Yeah, 20%.
Not that far.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll discuss this afterwards. No, got it. So yes, you write a diary.
Yeah, so it's quite structured.
Okay.
So I'll spend 3 minutes on it in the morning.
Whoa.
And 3 minutes in the evening. It's an actual thing. It's called the 6-minute diary.
Shit,
look it up.
really?
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
What, people do this?
People do this. It's a
so
book.
it's not just
diary
you?
you buy. No, this isn't just me. It's a diary you buy.
Okay.
And the first bit is kind of like instructions on how the diary works, etc. 6-minute diary.
Can I do a 7-minute diary? Because I like 7s.
You could add an extra minute on.
Well, or 30 seconds, either in the morning and the afternoon.
So the first section in the morning, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for, happy for, happy that you've got in your life.
Yeah.
You then write how you'll make today great.
Okay.
So you set yourself a little goal for the day.
So you write 3 things down.
Yeah, 3 things that you're grateful for. Could be anything.
Oh, okay. So it's not, you don't write one grateful thing and then so you 3 grateful things. Yeah, go on.
So it could be, if you can't really think of anything, just be like, I've woke up and I'm healthy.
Okay.
Or I've got great friends and family around me.
Yeah.
It could be something really basic.
Yeah.
Don't have to be really philosophical about it.
Okay.
Then you'll write down how you'll make today great.
Okay.
So you're setting yourself up for a good day.
Yeah, sure.
Some people set themselves up for failures. They wake up, they're in a bad mood, they got out the wrong side of the bed.
I'm really thankful for feeling shit today. Really thankful for being cloudy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do that, and then you write like your positive quote for the day, or like tell yourself something that's going to lift your mood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I don't know. You can be anything you want. You don't have to get really creative about it.
See, now you're thinking about it. It's not, because it's not really you're thinking about something. It doesn't work, does it?
No, if I was just to do it now and just wrote it down without thinking about it, then it would come naturally.
So is that the thing you've got to do? Is almost you've got to go right. Whatever comes into your mind in those brackets, you've just got to write it down.
As soon as you wake up,
it's irrelevant what it is, even if it makes sense or not. You just do it.
Yeah. As soon as you wake up, first thing you do.
Okay.
I keep mine next to my bed. Yeah. And then in the evening, you'll write down a good thing that you've done for someone. So a good deed that you've done could be I held the door open for someone.
I do that every day.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And then
we love that.
It's a good write it down. Remind yourself.
Okay.
And then how you'll improve going forward.
Yeah.
Like, what could you have done better today? Like what did you say you were going to do and then didn't do?
Right.
And then something about there's one other thing. I think it's yes. What have we said? We said the positive affirmation.
Yeah.
How you make today great. A good deed, and how you improve. That is it.
Okay.
So and then that's your day done. Like
right.
if you've and do that last as well. So right before you go to bed.
So you do this every day.
Yes.
Without fail.
No.
So if you've been drinking, I'm assuming that doesn't get done.
No.
Do you fill that in then the day after, and you go, I felt I'm hungover?
No, absolutely not. Because I'd look back on that and think,
how did that pizza box get there?
No, I mean, if I miss a day, I miss a day. I mean, it's good to make it a habit, but you're gonna be out, or you can't take it everywhere with you.
Yeah, sure.
So you just do it when you can.
Okay.
And it does make a difference, I think, because then I'll look back over previous days.
That's what I was going to say. So you do look back at this and review sort of how you're feeling and things like that. Do you get down days where you look back and you think, oh, actually, things aren't that bad? Would you use it like that as well?
Because I'll be like, oh, I remember that other day, that good thing happened, and it kind of perks you up a bit.
Yeah.
And also I think every week there's like weekly challenges that it sets you to do, like do a good deed for someone and make it count, like make someone smile.
Yeah.
It just makes you see things in a different way.
Okay.
So I really like it. I mean, it's worked for me. So
yeah. And so how did you get into that? I mean, what did you? I mean, I'd never heard of that before. I have to be honest with you.
I'm into reading quite a lot. Obviously, reading and writing go hand in hand. And I just stumbled across it on Amazon, and I'd seen a few people with these other diaries that had similar things, but they were a bit kind of, put a sticker here and tick this box.
Yeah,
I don't really want that. It's not personal to me. Then I want something that's quite blank, gives me a bit of guidance, but I can fill it with my personality, and that's what I've done.
So do you think people that like to write would be easier? Because if I'm thinking about, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's great. I think I'd do that, but I don't know that I would be consistent enough to do that every morning. And I mean, I should maybe give it a try, but do you think that's because you like to write? Do you think?
No, well, I got my best friend into it actually. I told her about it, and she does it now. So
okay, and what's she like? Is she a creative? Does she like to?
Not really. Okay. Yeah, but she's kind of seen the benefits of it, and she's seen that how it can make you feel and how it can perk you up a bit. So if it can work for two different people, it can work for a lot more. I'm sure.
So that comes under a belief or a habit or both?
I'd say both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, kind of hand in hand. Yeah.
So beliefs-wise, come on, tell me about your beliefs. I mean, where I know that you sort of like to just sort of make decisions and sort of see what happens. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I do like to take risks now and again.
Okay.
I feel like you don't really get anywhere unless you just take a risk.
Absolutely.
You've got to take a risk. I mean, if it scares you, it's a good thing, I think. And there's quite a famous saying,
nothing, risk everything.
Yeah, and it's if it doesn't scare you, it doesn't change you.
Yeah,
I think that's
that'll
the
do.
one,
That'll do, yeah.
So yeah, just take big risks, and I've definitely taken a few of them in my life.
Yeah.
Life's like I have more than one.
You're also a cat. What's the biggest risk you've taken? Come on, you said you got loads. You've got to reel them off now. No, I haven't really.
I guess going to India was quite a big risk.
Yeah, that was a big risk.
With not really having a plan.
Well, you did. I think you did have a plan.
I kind of a plan, but I didn't really know who I was going to meet, what I was going to do. Like, I went out with a kind of an idea. I had a vision in my head, but I didn't have it set in stone exactly where I was going to go. I just went from one place to the next.
Sure.
It's on buses for 12 hours, sleeper buses,
yeah.
like middle of nowhere. Just hoping. We got on a train as well, and they don't actually tell you where you are. You just have to know. So you stop at a station. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
You can't see the sign.
Yeah.
You just have to think, am I here? Not quite sure. Look on Google Maps quickly.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
So you had Google Maps.
Yeah.
That makes life a lot easier, doesn't it?
I had the privilege of the internet. It wasn't that bad. Yeah.
So is that one of the biggest risks you think you've taken? I mean.
Yeah, I'd say so. As well with like previous jobs, I've just left and just gone, sod it, I'm going to Ibiza. And, of course, like my brand as well, like that was a big risk. I didn't know if that was going to work.
Yeah.
You never know if anything's going to work until you do it.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your brand. I mean, we talked about the blogging. We started off with the fashion.
Yeah.
Your brand. So what product, what clothes is it that your brand does? For example, come and tell me a little bit about that.
So I mentioned before about the silk. It's all silkwear.
Yes.
And some swimwear as well.
Swimwear. We didn't talk about that. Did
we? So I've got swimwear as well. Some of it is my latest swimsuit. I had that made, and that's it's a one-off design, so no one else has got that.
So you're one of them.
There's just one of them, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. But yeah, so that's gone quite well.
Okay.
And hopefully going to start making that in other colours next year. But obviously it's not really the season for swim at the moment.
No.
But I just wanted to do something different. I just feel like everyone does the same thing.
Okay. So go on, tell me what makes it different. Go on.
Gosh.
Yeah, you've got to. I'm going to put you on the spot here now.
Well,
what's your differentiator? As I always like to ask people.
Obviously, I've got the little designs on the shirts, the crystal buttons. I've not seen anyone do that personally.
Yeah.
I had them. I picked them with my own hands off the little stalls. I had to pick them so that they were right size as well.
Yeah.
To make, you could actually make buttons with them.
Yeah.
And also the swimsuit, I put ideas together, and I can't draw for shit.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I'm the worst drawer in the world. So for me, trying to get my ideas out of my head onto paper, it's a nightmare.
So come on, okay. Well, let's talk about that. So what do you do to do that? I mean, if you've got ideas, and not everybody that has a creative mind can draw. I don't think I'm too bad, if I'm honest with you. I took art and I was pretty good at it, so I'm not too bad. But then even though I am, if I try to put a design, something I wanted to do on paper, it's not always the easiest. What would you do in that instance? What do you do to get that idea down so you've got something to refer to or to show other people? Because you can't tell them what's in your mind's eye, can you?
Yeah. So it's a lot of back and forward, really. Me just explaining.
We just go like this.
Yeah.
I'm moving backwards and forwards for people that are listening. Very corny, but fuck it.
To and fro.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that one.
I don't know how'd you two. I don't even know how you throw, to be fair. Go on. Sorry, we digress.
So yeah, it was just a case of going backwards and forwards with the designer, trying to explain what I wanted.
So you use a designer to work with. Okay.
Yeah, I use someone that can draw, then someone that can pattern cut.
Okay.
And then I was the one picking the fabrics though.
Okay.
That was my creative part.
And there's going to be quite a few people out there that want to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a market where you can get your product out through social media, of course, and so it's not overly difficult to get yourself out there.
No.
But to get yourself noticed is a different thing.
Exactly.
And I think there's a lot of people that think it's just very, very easy. I can come up with an idea and maybe go to somebody that they know or whatever, or draw something, or come up with something, or buy, or even go to Alibaba, for example, and buy some stuff off there and sell, which a lot of people do. And there's a lot of successful people doing that. But if you want to be different and want to be known for doing something different, you've got to come up with that idea, put it down on paper, get somebody to do it if you can't draw, and then get yourself out there and get noticed. So how do you get yourself noticed?
I think as well, it's all how you shoot it. So when I done my shoot in Ibiza, I done it in a restaurant called Bagatelle.
Okay.
And it was round the pool, it was on the beach, and I just wanted to have that kind of warmth feel to it. Like the shoot was all the girls in the silk outfits, all in a different colour, all standing along the beach. Like it was like have that kind of feeling to it. I didn't want it to just be bog standard in a studio. I did do that for the clothing as well, but I wanted to have more of like an editorial piece, which I could share them images online and it not just be a shirt on a white background. Yeah. Because anyone can do that.
Of course.
So I wanted to have a bit of feeling to it.
Yeah. So you get yourself out there how? Through using do you blog yourself? I mean, come on, what?
Yeah, I did blog myself a little bit, but I obviously gave stuff to other bloggers as well, which helps. Right. So now we're getting to the crux of it. Now you know why I'm asking the question. So you go to other bloggers that you know just from blogging. Yeah.
And you've then got to use their audience and the people that watch that take notice of their blogs,
exactly.
And doing it like that. Do you use influencers as well? I mean, would you class yourself as a sort of you're not a micro influencer because you've got 14,000.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't really class myself as that, to be honest.
Okay. Do you think you might go down that path a little bit with doing some blogging and combining what you're doing a little bit? I mean, I think you've got the ability to attract an audience.
Probably. I just don't feel like that's my kind of main focus. I mean, I like the writing side of things. But I think with Instagram, you've got to be consistently posting every day.
Sure.
It's hard to stand out as well. There's so many people doing it. And you've got to be able to not give a fuck, basically. It was a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism from other people looking in. Like, if you're not wearing the right thing, you're not eating at the right place. Like, who can keep up with that? It's not real.
But you're right. I mean, it's going back to what I was saying about having a differentiator. How many people are doing exactly what you're doing? You know, I do think you have an ability. I mean, being linked with the bloggers is that potentially is why you're doing that blogging side of things. Maybe naturally that's why you're doing it. Attracting other bloggers, I don't think it's a particularly easy thing to do unless you're in it. But yeah, I mean that's interesting. So you've used them, and then you got it out there.
Yeah, and I've done a couple stalls. I'm actually doing one at the weekend as well. So I'm doing a charity event. So I've got my clothes there. I had them in a salon in Ibiza as well, my friend's salon. So I was just doing like little pop-up kind of things.
So what's the charity? What's the charity thing you're doing?
So it's at a salon as well again at the weekend.
Okay.
So I'm going to have my clothing there.
Okay.
I'm going to donate. I'm not sure what charity it is. I need to find out. But I'm going to be donating a piece to the charity.
Very cool.
As well. So got to do my bit.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so that's on Saturday, is it?
Yeah, that's on Saturday.
Very cool. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. And I know we went down the path of the blogging and the fashion and the food and where your passion is and your beliefs and habits. Tell us a bad habit you've got, Con. We've got to. You said all the good things. I want to something juicy here. What bad habits do you have?
Oh God! If I make a mistake, I do beat myself up about it, which it is a bad habit to have.
It is. Do you know what? I've done it for years, and it doesn't matter how people tell you not to do it, you still do that.
Yeah, and I do get quite emotional as well, so I find it hard to separate. If I'm angry about something or upset about something, it really shows. I can't really hold it back. And I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with me beating myself up about stuff, really.
Is that the worst habit you have?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
I'm quite self-critical, so if I do make a mistake, like, it just, I don't know, it just stays on my nerves.
And does that affect what you do in with your businesses and doing what you do?
Yeah, definitely, because if I've done something wrong, it might scare me and think, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
In case I make that same mistake.
Absolutely.
But then that's, again, you've got to take the risk.
I think what you said a minute ago is the famous words is don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you don't give a fuck and you just do it, there's always going to be people that love it and hate it. Fuck the haters, basically.
Exactly.
And on that note, we're going to come back in a minute. We're back. Well, actually, you guys haven't been very far away because it was only probably a few seconds ago when you last heard our voices. And I'm back here with Sophie Ross.
Hello.
How you doing? Again, still.
Still here.
Well, I think we've covered quite a lot in this podcast, don't you? I think I've got to know you fairly well.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think the listeners and viewers are getting to know you a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I've shared a lot, so
that's what I like about these. And we talked about this. We're about doing sort of slightly different podcasts. I think it's quite important for people to get to know the people behind the brand. And the podcasts that we've been doing recently, and a lot of people would have heard these if they listened to this one. They may have listened to the last one. If you haven't, guys, then check out somewhere around this post podcast, bloody video, whatever it is.
There'll be a link.
And there'll be a link somewhere letting you know how to hear about other ones. Because I think it's really interesting to get to know people behind the business, and a lot of these podcasts we've been doing recently about people that have started one up recently or in the last few years or new and are scaling up or growing, and and understanding why people do what they do, I think is really important. If there's going to be a whole new generation of entrepreneurs coming, and they are being born right now and starting with, and they are, aren't they?
Yeah, we're coming.
But it is good to learn from others. I think this is something that Nevenka is now going to say.
So learning from your own mistakes is good, but learning from others is wise.
Absolutely, and it's a very wise phrase that Nevenka loves, and we bring up a lot.
I love it too.
So we've known a little bit about you and your business. And we know you don't have a lot of spare time because we don't, do we? We don't have being entrepreneurs. No. We don't have a lot of spare time. We were going to talk about. What are we going to talk about? We're
going to talk about some funny little stories, because you are obviously you're out there. You've seen lots of things, and you've been on some adventures. So tell us about you. You say that things always happen. So tell us about one of those funny stories.
Should we hear about the camels?
Oh, well, you want to get into this horny camel business, don't you? Yeah. And if anybody's seen the post we've done on Facebook, the live, then we mentioned the horny camel. Now, go on, tell me about the horny camel. What you got? I need to know now.
So, right, I'm in India. Picture this.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, the picture I've got.
Don't picture that. Don't picture that. So yeah, we've gone to India, and we've gone to a place called Jaisalmer, I think it's called.
Okay.
And we wanted to do over there. It's like in the desert, basically.
Yeah.
That part of India is in the desert.
Okay.
And you can camp
overnight. Which is
what
I thought it probably would be the camel. Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Might have just been down Colchester Zoo,
Well, in India, there's cows walking about, isn't there? A lot.
Yeah.
See a lot of cows walking about when you're over there.
Because they're sacred. Aren't they?
Yeah. Which did you find that a bit strange when you first saw that, walking down the middle of the street and you're a busy road and they're just literally
controlling the road?
Yeah, mad, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so the camel wasn't there.
The camel wasn't there. So we've gone into the desert. We're going to be camping under the stars, like staying there the night. No tents, just full on sleeping bag.
Yeah.
On the desert,
cool.
which was was amazing. It was really good.
Yeah.
But to get there, to get to this campsite, you had to take an hour or two camel ride. I was like, oh yeah, wicked.
This driveway, just go down there an hour or two, and it's on the right hand side.
The thing is, they drove us to the camels.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's part of the experience,
of course,
you're there to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get some amazing photos in the desert.
Yeah.
I was so over the top what I wore. Like, I didn't need to wear that. I didn't need to get that dressed up to go on a freaking camel.
Okay.
Like,
what were you wearing?
I curled my hair. I caved.
As you do.
I caved
so
2 weeks
today.
I caved 2 weeks into India, and I was like, I'm not going to take straighteners with me. And I bought some from a shop that actually ended up blowing up on me, but I tried. So yeah, I've done full makeup.
Right.
Done my hair, everything. So I was ready for voguing, basically. And so we got to this camel. My dress is not appropriate to sit on a camel, so that was a struggle.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking, basically. Anyway, got to this camel, sat on it. About 15 minutes into the camel ride. Yeah. He starts like frothing at the mouth, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, like I've kept turning around, looking at me, spitting at me.
Yeah,
I was like, right, I'm gonna get bit. This is it. Like I'm gonna catch rabies, basically. And like
death by camel.
Yeah, it was just really, really
they stink
weird.
as well, don't
and
they? I've ridden a camel in the desert. Yeah.
Everyone else's camel was well behaved. Like it's just walking along normal.
Yeah.
Like mine was making these weird noises as well. I was just
Did you feel really unstable when you got up there?
Right, a bit violated, really. Like I was just like, I'm like 3-4 foot off the ground. Like I'm on my own camel. Like we're all kind of like in a row.
You're 3 or 4 foot off the ground. You have a really short camel or something. It's like, why so he hasn't stood up yet?
Okay. I'm not good with measurements.
3 or 4 foot. I don't know anybody. You have to defy me if there's any camels out there that when you're sat on them, you're only 3 or 4 foot off the ground.
Okay, double it.
I mean, you'd have been taller than the camel.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, 34 foot off the ground. Yeah. No, go on, carry on.
Oh. Anyway, so I just couldn't figure out like what was wrong with this camel. Anyway, so this guy's like cracking up laughing, like the guy who's doing the tour guide.
Yeah.
And he's like,
the camel guy.
Yeah, the camel guy.
Yeah.
He's like, are you wearing perfume by any chance? And I was like, yeah. And he started laughing even more. And apparently, perfume, like women's perfume, makes camels horny.
Really?
Oh my God. And you'd obviously done your makeup, done everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to spray myself as well. I feel
like
good.
this camel was literally trying to come on to me, basically. Like
really?
It was turning around, it was blubbering at the mouth, it was frothing.
I do that. I think I quite like you.
Oh God. Like I had this for another like hour and a half. Like there was no getting off this camel. Like that was it for me.
Yeah.
And the whole trip, like the whole time there, it was just sitting there. They had to put it in like a quiet time out zone.
Really?
It was just
want to put ice around it.
It just wouldn't stop. Like I triggered something in this fucking camel. Like,
really?
Possessed.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, right? But do female camels wear makeup? It is a full-on made-up camel with perfume on.
I don't know, but it was just quite a traumatic experience,
really?
to be honest. I mean,
it could have been worse, though, if that camel actually turned around and got hold of you by the sounds of it. Mind you, was only 3 foot tall, so actually... I'd be like, no, I'm all right, I'm not interested, mate. If you were slightly taller, though...
Oh, but yeah, so it was just one of them experiences that I just couldn't, like... I still to this day just don't really understand how that happened, but
honestly, that's an interesting. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never heard of people riding camels in India. To be honest, is that so? There's obviously a large deserted area. Deserted. No, not deserted.
No? Deserted desert.
A desert area.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. Like you've never seen so many stars in the sky in your life.
It's they do the nighttime camel thing. I mean, we did that in we'd like Sharm
El Sheikh.
I think it was Sharm that I went to, and then we ended up going on quads out into the desert, and then riding sort of evening to go somewhere to then eat. So it was a similar sort of thing to that. Did you go and eat something afterwards on the camel? Not obviously eat on the camel. That would have been
or eat the camel.
Definitely not. I'll stay at that one anyway. So when we got there, we basically had sleeping bags, just laying on the sand.
Of course you went there to sleep. Yeah.
So we had like dinner, just like on a big mat. They brought it for you and everything. And you could bring beer and stuff, so it's quite good. Yeah. But there was like scorpions running around and everything.
Wow. Oh really?
Yeah. Like we went when it was a bit cooler over there. But yeah, we did see a couple creepy things.
Oh, yeah, that scorpion.
It was good. Yeah,
See, most things don't worry me, but scorpion would. I think that yeah.
Oh, there's only babies.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was more worried about the camel, to be honest.
Oh, really? Were you?
Sleeping with one eye open, like.
Wake up and you got this thing.
3-foot camel stood next to you, be like, whoa! I dreamt they were much bigger.
Oh, God.
So that was obviously a planned thing that you did. But I mean, going back to other things you said where you just made sort of snap decisions and you things work out for you, don't they? I mean,
Yeah, somehow. Yeah. I mean,
do you think you just make things happen? Do you think you're destined? I mean, what's your outlook on stuff like that?
I do think your plan and your path is kind of written.
Do you?
But it's whether you choose to pursue it or not. I think. I mean, anyone can just wake up and say they want to be something, but unless you've got that kind of feeling and that actual desire to want to do it, then it's probably not right.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people working 9 to 5 doing jobs that they absolutely hate, but they think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not what they actually have a passion about. And I think we're just so institutionalized to do stuff how people expect us to do it. And we're made to feel like cattle farm and not to follow your dreams, because following your dreams is risky. You might end up with no money, or how are you going to pay for this? How are you going to pay for the mortgage that you've got on your house? Like, it depends whether you want to be in a trap or not.
Yeah, I think people like us, we probably like to take those risks, don't we, to be honest? And I think so. You think it's sort of laid out already? I mean, have you decided exactly where you're going? I mean, you've got the sort of the fashion side, you've got the blogging, you've got an interest in writing. I definitely I think on that side of things, which one takes precedent? Would you say? I mean, I know you said you like the blogging things and you write a diary. Do you think writing may be a thing that maybe something you'll go down the path of?
Yeah, I think so.
I think. From what I've got to know, you definitely sounds like that could be a way you'd go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I keep getting really good opportunities for lately as well. So things just keep happening. And like some of the things I might be doing might be a little bit scary, but I'm just doing them anyway because you never know.
Yeah, doing scary things is good though. Makes you. Well, you get over that skill, you don't get scared.
Exactly.
You know?
Once you're in it, you're fine. Yeah. It's just the initial thought.
It's the thought about it, of course. Yeah. That's it. It's the more thinking you do, the scarier things I get sometimes. Yeah.
There's nothing scarier than fear itself. That's a good little quote.
We're going to have quotes galore tonight, isn't
it? So you've got a vision board as well. Do you think that's got something to play in how you're doing things?
Yeah, I think so, because I wake up and that's kind of the first thing I see. It's on my wall. It's there.
Yeah.
I write stuff down in it quite a lot. And it's just a little motivation as well.
I mean, I don't know. Is this a thing you do? Do people talk about what's on the vision boards? I mean, I don't know. Would you talk about what's on your vision board?
Really random stuff, actually. Just little things that I need to remind myself to do. Like, I don't know. It could be like buy boxes for the brand. Like, I have like specific.
Oh, okay. So it's not so your vision board isn't what you envisage you want in the future then.
Well, because I'll write stuff like I'll produce 3 types of different content this week, or I'll talk about something that I want to do but might not have done yet.
Okay.
So it all depends. It's not really. I haven't really got like a set plan for it. So
what's on your vision board right now?
Boxes, actually.
Boxes.
Buy boxes, and learn how to use Facebook Pixel, which is something I've been trying to.
Okay. Something that we can help you with. The Facebook Pixel. So what do you know about the Facebook Pixel? There's something interesting. I don't think we'll get onto this subject, but interested in what do you know about it?
Not much really. I've watched a couple YouTube videos, and that is pretty much what I do in my spare time. I just want to learn
self-education. Best way.
I think there's a lot to be said in that. I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there telling people how to do it, but and YouTube is a great place to go. You know, definitely. If you want an answer for virtually anything. You go to YouTube.
Guide,
yeah.
But I don't really know that much about it. I know that you put in your kind of your target market and your kind of criteria, people in your demographic that you want to hit, and then it's all about retargeting through those ads.
Retargeting is the main thing. And if people don't know what retargeting is, we're going to be doing a podcast about just that over the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. that will it's definitely going to help to get a wider audience from a similar audience, if you understand, as well. So people that you've got there, or maybe retargeting them, you can use all these tools for finding, similar people to people that are shopping with you as well. So there's ways of doing that as well.
It's a bit scary as well, isn't it? What they can.
It's not Big Brother. It's in essence it's legal stalking, in a weird way, if you think about it. Like it's digital stalking, isn't it? But you've got to take advantage. You've got to leverage those tools at hand that work for you and your business. And social media, time and time again, comes up trumps for helping people get out there. Whether it be blogging, what you do, whether it be doing post to post, whether it's getting your audience up so more people see you, which you also do. There, you've got to find what platform works for you, and we talk about this on virtually every podcast we do. What's the best? What's the best for you?
I say my blog, really. I mean, I have that, but then I post it through Instagram.
So
Instagram is probably my main social platform.
Yeah.
But I do publish a lot of the content on my blog first.
Yeah.
Then I'm getting double the amounts of hits.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can post a picture, or you can post a picture with the link to the blog,
yeah, with
the content already there, set to go.
Yeah.
I mean, a picture can do so much, but when you've got a story to tell, you want to have that. You want to have that piece done first.
And you've got this medium here as well.
Exactly.
Podcasting.
Yeah.
The biggest growth I think right now is audio.
It is, because people can listen to it on the go.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that not everyone has the time to sit there and read 3 pages or however much
reading.
it is.
Reading is a thing I can't do. I don't have time.
Yeah, like a lot of people do want that kind of quick fix, and listening on the go if you take the tube or something.
Yeah.
Pictures and audio do go quite well together. So it's definitely a good avenue to go down.
And you fancy doing some podcasting?
Oh yeah,
definitely. You? We're going to have to. So look out for Sophie Ross's podcast coming
in
the very near future. 2020, you're going to do a podcast?
That's doing a podcast? The aim, yeah.
Put that on the board.
Yeah, it's going on the vision board.
Yeah? Well, you come in here and
watch
record
this space,
Why not? I think it'd be interesting, because you could do like audio blogging in essence, couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. You can, and I think
are there audio bloggers?
Is that a thing?
There's bloggers, yeah. So
video blogging.
I don't feel like they really kind of. It's a lot of the same thing. Right?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I
mean?
You
could be better.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that I could bring something new to the table.
Really? I think we're going to keep an eye out for that. Have you enjoyed coming in and doing the podcast, Stephen?
I have. I've loved it.
So you'd like to swap round and do? Are you going to come and interview me at some stage?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
About my fashion sense.
Yeah. Or lack of it. I'm joking.
Genuinely, I'm not too bad. It was cold today.
On that note, I think it's time for Cards Against Humanity.
Okay, so people that... Wait a second, you've emptied the box. That's completely thrown me.
I have put it on the side.
So what we're going to do, do you want to take some of these and just... So anybody that's listening to this that doesn't know and hasn't listened to any of the podcasts recently, Cards Against Humanity is probably best done with drinks. So do you want to give those a little shuffle? Do you have to shuffle?
I do.
Like this.
That was on camera as well.
It was on the
camera.
Anybody listening, I was just moving about in the chair, really, basically. There was nothing else.
I'm going to drop them all now.
Yeah. Well, when I said, could you shuffle, I was actually serious. I was like, you can't, can you?
Not fast.
So if you do it like that...
Got nails.
What's that got to do with it? Right, okay. I don't know where that high-pitched voice came from there, but so Cards Against Humanity. So what the black cards in Cards Against Humanity? As I said, this is going to be funnier next year, and we are hoping that they're going to sponsor us. No, we're not really.
We're not sponsored. We're affiliated anyway.
Yeah. Exactly, we're not. But apart from Forge Management, thanks very much, Forge. Forge ahead, as we like to say. So. The black cards have a phrase. This one, for example, science will never explain, and then there's a gap. Okay, so there's a space, and let's pull the top card off. And so just as an example, this one says, buying the right pants to be cool. So science will never explain buying the right pants to be cool. That's actually not a bad one.
Yeah, that's not tame.
That's not a bad. It's tame.
Yeah.
We want them worse than that, to be honest. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically fan out the black cards so Sophie can pick one of those.
Oops.
Yeah, and make as much noise as humanly possible. Nevenka is also going to pick a card and I'm also going to pick one as well. And then
I've made a right mess of these.
Yeah. So how many gaps do you have? How many spaces do you have on your black card, Sophie?
one.
Just one. So you obviously just want to pick one white card.
Yeah. I've got 2.
Oh, have you? Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
All right, if you pass those to Nevenka, I'll pass those to Nevenka. That's it. So, okay, so go on, read out your black card while Nevenka is doing that.
The CIA now interrogates enemy agents by repeatedly subjecting them to...
Go on then.
savagely beating a mascot.
See, if we were pissed, that'd be hilariously funny right now, to be honest. Okay, that's the best we're going to get there. Oh, that phrase, give me the white cards before you change them. That's probably, maybe, yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Choose another one. White card. I mean, there's being offensive, and this one could be really offensive.
Yeah, there's some things that I won't say.
Yeah, certain things.
There's a line.
Big Black Cock came out though. Okay, the other day. That was no major issue with that one, to be honest.
That's fine. It is what it is. The words of love.
It was going to be that kind of show, did you?
With enough time and pressure, an army of skeletons will turn into reverse cowgirl.
Fair enough.
Okay, that conjures an interesting picture.
Oh God.
Yeah, you understand why I didn't put the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to be honest with you. The late night, we may just pick those cards and not give a shit. So I've got two spaces on mine. So it starts off with a space, and then it says, "Would be woefully incomplete without." Now. It's quite good. So the first, I'm going to start off with the white card. It says, sexual humiliation would be woefully incomplete without genetically engineered super soldiers.
Oh, that sounds a bit...
I like that. That's good. I'm liking that. Yeah, I have to be honest, that's one of the best ones so far. It wasn't crude enough, but I think there's an element of crudity right there.
We need to get another box.
Yeah.
That's what she said. So do you think we've covered enough this evening to warm you up into the podcasting sort of... Yeah, you enjoyed this evening?
I have,
We've really enjoyed having you on. I think it's been interesting to get to know you. Most of the people that I've had on already, I've sort of known them before. I didn't know anything about you this evening, apart from obviously what we'd exchanged on emails and things like that. If anybody else wants to do a podcast, if you want to come on and record something that's interesting about why you do what you do, then absolutely get in touch. Sophie, where can we find you on the interweb, on social media? Where can we find you, Sophie Ross?
So my website is www.theitlister.com. You can also follow my brand, which is at Siren Serene, and also www.sirenserene.com. Spell
Siren Serene so people understand.
And don't say it wrong.
Don't say it wrong.
It's SIIREN. SUHREEN.
Okay, because I'll be honest with you, from pronunciation, you wouldn't necessarily know, would you?
It's a tricky one.
Yeah. So, and so and your blogs, etc.
So my Instagram it's not actually my blog name, believe it or not. It's at Rossi. That's ROSSSYX on Instagram. But yeah, all my links to my clothing and my blogs are on there. So
go to any of those.
Yeah, go to any of those. They're all linked.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming in to see us.
Thank you.
We've really enjoyed having you.
It's been great.
And so we will be putting links in around this video, around the post, around the podcast as well. So check that out, and look out for more podcasts coming from Essex Business Radio. My name's Elliot Browne. Thanks again, Sophie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Nevenka.
Thank you.
And we shall catch up with you very soon. Ciao for now.
Bye.
Listening to Essex Business Radio with your host, Elliot Browne.